Hello everyone, Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching. I have another Monday quarterback video for you. I'm going to play this video and talk about things that are going on to better explain what's going on and talk about things that I think that are being done right and or done wrong. Here we go.
The information and visuals you're about to see are intended to provide details of a use of force incident which occurred on May 5th, 2023 at about 3:43 p.m. in the 3700 block of Q Street. This video may contain strong language and graphic images which may be disturbing to some people. Viewer discretion is advised. On May 5th, 2023, at about 3:43 p.m., the Bakersfield Police Department was called to an apartment in the 3700 block of Q Street regarding a report of possible domestic violence. The caller advised that an adult male subject was possibly under the influence of methamphetamine and had attempted to stab a person with a pen. Officers arrived on scene and made contact at the residence. During the male subject's interaction with officers, multiple uses of force occurred, including multiple taser deployments, physical force, and baton strikes. The following video is from involved officers' body cameras. Some audio and video have been redacted to protect the identity of victims involved.
Bakersfield Police Department! Come in. Hey!
What's going on?
Come on, we just talked to you. Sure. Sorry. Sorry, we don't smoke in the house. No, you're
Can
good.
you put the pen down?
It's my daughter's dog.
Sir. Sir. Put the pen down.
Little man, can you put the pen down that's in your hand? In your hand? Can you put it down? Please? Put the pen down. Now.
Put some on my fucking drink.
Cool. Put the pen down.
Put the pen down.
Huh?
Just put the pen down.
Sir, I won't ask you again. Put the fucking pen down.
Just drop it.
Thank you.
Alright, you got anything else on you? Stop!
Hey, come here.
Stop!
Don't. Come here. Don't. Come here.
I didn't even do nothing.
Put the phone down.
Just put the phone down.
Put the phone down, let's go.
I just want to talk to you, okay? Just relax.
Don't tense up. Come on.
Relax.
Put the phone down.
I didn't do nothing.
Relax.
I didn't fucking do nothing.
Okay, relax. We just want to talk to you.
Look at, listen.
What?
Stop. Stop, man.
Just relax.
I didn't fucking do anything, dude.
Hey!
During the struggle, the officer's body camera became dislodged. The following is from the officer's partner. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay, just hang out down here, okay? Bakersfield Police Department! Come in. Hey! Matt, can we just talk to you separately?
Sure.
Sorry.
Sorry, we don't smoke in the house.
No, you're
Can you
good.
put the pen down?
It's my daughter's dog.
Sir. Sir. Put the pen down.
Little man, can you put the pen down that's in your hand? In your hand? Can you put it down? Please? Put the pen down. Now.
Hey, put some in my fucking drink.
Cool. Put the pen
Just
down.
put the pen down.
Huh?
Just put the pen down.
Sir, I won't ask you again. Put
Just
the
put the
fucking
pen down. Just drop it.
Thank
Alright.
Alright.
Alright, you got anything else on you?
Stop!
What?
I'm the stepdaughter.
Alright, can you guys just wait down there real quick?
I didn't do nothing.
Put the phone down.
Just put the phone down.
Put the
Alright,
phone
we
down,
just
let's
want to talk to you, okay? Just
Don't
relax.
tense up. Come on.
Relax.
Put the phone down.
I didn't do nothing.
Relax.
I didn't fucking do nothing.
Okay, relax. We just want to talk to you.
What?
Stop. Stop. Just relax.
I didn't fucking do anything, dude.
Hey!
Maya. Gotta get the dog.
Hey! Do you want to get fucking tased?
Wait. My dog's right there.
Do you want to get... Hey!
Maya, take her up. Maya, take
Hey!
her downstairs.
We're gonna get tased.
Mom, grab.
Taser! Hey! 148. Get on the ground! Get on the fucking ground! Get on the fucking ground! Do you want to get tased again? Hold on! Let go of her! Now, go inside! Go inside! Quit resisting!
Get the fuck up, man! Get the fuck up,
Stop fucking kicking! I'm sorry. Let go of him! Let go of him! We tased him 4 times.
Fuck off it! Let go of it now! Hey!
Let go! Stop resisting!
Hey, let go!
Release your hand!
Release! Use your hand! Grab his hand! Let go! Give us your fucking hands!
Take me again, you stupid motherfucker!
Get your fucking hand out!
I got it. I got my hand.
Stop fighting!
We're gonna do double.
The adult male suspect was transported to an area hospital for treatment and is in stable condition. He was arrested for spousal abuse, being under the influence of methamphetamine, battery on a peace officer, and resisting an officer with violence. The Bakersfield Police Department is conducting a critical incident investigation of the use of force. The involved officers are on full duty status. We are aware of a video on social media depicting a portion of the use of force. The Bakersfield Police Department's use of force policy is available to the public at www.bakersfieldpd.us.
All right, let's get into it.
Influence of meth.
So we know that these officers are responding to a call where some possible domestic violence is going on, and that the person is possibly under the influence of methamphetamine, and he has attempted to stab someone with a pen.
Identity of victims involved.
So this person was still on the phone with dispatch when the police arrived. So this is a witness who has called in. It's not even the person. It does not appear as though the person who was almost stabbed with the pen has even called. So at this point, it just seems like a witness has called. So I like how he is putting on gloves, and in the other body cam footage you'll see her start to put gloves on too. They already know that there's probably a decent chance that they're going to have to go hands-on with this person, and so they're putting gloves on. This is a good protective measure if you suspect that you're likely going to go hands-on with somebody. That way, if there's bodily fluids involved, you've already got gloves on. And when it comes to bodily fluids, you have to assume that they have something. You have to assume that they have the worst of the worst. They've got the AIDS, HIV, hepatitis, whatever. You have to assume they have it. So I like how they're putting on their PPE, their personal protective equipment. This is kind of a crappy place to be at. I've never liked little second story landings like this, because it just does not leave you a whole lot of room to be able to do anything. So back this up a little bit more. So yeah, from there to there, that's it. That's all you got. And the railing is only waist high, so if someone wants to come out and fight, there's a chance you could go over that railing. But if they open the door and they become a threat, you don't have a whole lot of space to move. The only egress is back down the stairs. So they're already at least him, is already at a disadvantage with this type of landing right here. You know, knocking on the door, if that doesn't get a response, I guarantee you taking your baton or your light and hitting that door will get a response. The sound that a baton or a light makes is definitely a lot louder than what your hand can make. And you can't hit that door hard enough with your hand knocking on it to make that amount of noise. You could, it's just not going to be pleasant feeling. There was an apartment complex that I did a lot of door knocking on, and it was funny because this apartment complex had like 4 main separate buildings, and it was A building, B building, C building, and D building. And D building was where all the damn problems were, and it was also attached to the main office. So I guess the main office people thought they'd put all the people that they thought would be troublemakers on that side, which I don't know. It never made that whole much sense to me why these people would act stupid when the office was right there. But D building kind of became known as D block because of all the stupidness that went on there. And all the doors on D block, well, most of all the doors on D block had these dents on them from where we had beat the shit out of the doors with the batons to make people come to the door. You'd see up here on the top just these little dents from the end of the baton beating on these damn doors, trying to overcome the sound of the music.
Bakersfield Police Department! Come in.
So when this door opens, watch her face. Let me back this up.
Department! Come in.
Notice how she's scanning the room. She's trying to get as much information about what's going on inside as possible. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign that she's switched on. She's trying to see in there, trying to figure out who all's in there, what's in people's hands, etc. So I like her alert level.
Hey!
What's
Come on, we just talked to you.
Sure.
Sorry.
Sorry, we don't smoke in the house.
No, you're
Can
good.
you put the pen down?
It's my daughter's dog, sir.
Sir. Put the.
So there is no way this dude could not be hearing him. That right there is a sign that this guy is being deceptive. This is a sign that this guy is thinking about what's going on. He's thinking about what he's going to be doing, what he's capable of doing, what he can get away with.
Pen down.
Little man, can you put the pen down that's in your hand? In your hand? Can you put it down? Please? Put the pen down. Now.
They put some on my fucking drink.
Cool. Put the pen down.
Put the pen down.
Huh?
Just put the pen down.
Sir, I want to ask you again. Put the fucking pen down.
Just drop it.
Thank you.
So he pulls his taser, and this guy finally starts to comply. So at this moment, this guy can obviously understand what they're saying. He's just ignoring them for the most part at the beginning there. And I think that his brain is trying to process what's going on and what he's going to be able to do with them there and what he could possibly get away with. And he's also on some kind of drug, so his thinking process may be a little slow at this point. The phone, there are some people who are completely aloof and are so involved in their phone that they become a little unaware to things going on around them. But when people are being directly spoken to and voices are being raised, I don't give a shit how involved in your phone you are. You're going to take notice of that. So he's trying to just ignore these officers. That tells you right off the bat, this is the guy who's going to be the problem. Not saying the woman can't be the problem, but for sure, this behavior, this attitude, this guy is going to be a problem.
Alright, you got anything else on you?
Stop!
Hey, come
Stop!
here. Don't. Come here. Don't.
If it weren't for the stupid blur box in the way, we'd be able to figure out what he was trying to do. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's trying to take something out of her hands or what, but he does something aggressive.
Stop!
Hey, come here.
Stop!
Don't. Come here. Don't. Come here.
I didn't do nothing.
Put the phone down.
Just put the phone down.
Put the
Alright,
phone down,
I just
let's
wanna
go.
talk to you, okay? Just relax.
Don't tense up. Come on.
Relax.
Put the phone down.
I didn't do nothing.
Relax.
I didn't fucking do nothing.
Okay, relax. We just want to talk to you.
Look at. Listen.
Right.
Stop. Stop, man.
Just relax.
So this soft talking to him, I don't like it. Just stop, man. Just stop. Stop. We just want to talk to you. No. This guy's going in cuffs. Stop baby talking to him. Raise your voices. Make the tone a little tougher. Make it unmistakable that he does not want to fuck with you.
Hey!
During the struggle, the officer's body camera became dislodged. The following is from the officer's partner. Viewer discretion is advised.
So I don't know what kind of cameras they're using. They're definitely not Axon because we don't see the little Axon symbol up in the corner. Oh shit, it looks like a damn Axon. Yeah, that looks straight up like an Axon camera. So I guess they've got the setting where the watermark is turned off. I didn't think you could turn the watermark off. Huh. Okay. So if it is an Axon camera, then they must be on magnetic mount, which is why the damn camera fell off so easily. And some other manufacturers will have a magnetic mount, and magnetic mounts are something that I think aren't worth anything. They're not that great of a mounting option. I think it just causes the cameras to fall off more easily. Now, the benefit to a magnetic mount is you don't have to send the uniform tops off to have any type of modifications done to them. You don't have to have any extra little tabs sewn onto the shirts or little grommet holes sewn to pass wires through or anything like that. You just take the backer plate, put it behind the shirt, and then the camera itself with the other plate, it magnetizes through the material of the shirt. And then you can use that with all kinds of different uniform shirts, different styles of shirts, etc. So from a uniform cost-saving standpoint, yeah, sure, I could see why some agencies would say, hey, we like this magnetic mount because we don't have to have all these permanent alterations made to these uniforms. And if they're not wearing the camera, then it's not this some weird looking tab on the uniform that just kind of stands out. So I can kind of see that. However, at the same time, they suck. the cameras fall off too easily.
Can we just talk to you separately?
Sure.
Sorry.
Sorry, we don't smoke in the house.
No, you're
Can you
good.
put the pen down?
It's my daughter's dog.
Sir. Sir. Put the pen down.
Little man.
Can you put the pen down that's in your hand? In your hand? Can you put it down? Please? Put the pen down. Now.
Hey, put some in my fucking drink.
Cool. Put the pen
Just
down.
put the pen down.
Huh?
Just put the pen down.
Sir, I won't ask you again. Put
Just
the
put the
fucking
pen down. Just drop it.
Thank
All right.
All right.
All right. You got anything else on you?
Stop.
What?
I'm the stepdaughter.
All right. Can you guys just wait?
So I don't know why she's turned around at this point to go talk to them. That was not the time to be turning around and leaving that environment with that guy acting the way he was. These people can be talked to later. And if you wanted more information from them, you should have got it before you ever started to step into this apartment.
I didn't do nothing.
Put the phone down.
Just put the phone down. All right. We just want to talk to you. Okay. Just
Don't
relax.
tense up. Come on.
Relax.
Put the phone down.
I didn't do nothing.
Relax.
Don't
Relax.
tense up. Come on.
Just put the phone down. All right.
You can also see that this officer is smaller than him. And of course, the woman's going to be smaller than him as well. I would suspect that this may have had some play in this guy's mindset. He may have been thinking, well, these people are small enough, I can take them. Now, does that mean that if there's a bigger officer there that he wouldn't have done it? No, that does not mean that at all. I'm freaking 6'8", and I've had people buck up on me. So definitely, someone bigger than him, he still could have acted stupid. But generally speaking, size can play a matter with someone's thinking. They can be less inclined to want to do stupid stuff because they think, oh, that big son of a bitch beat shit out of me. So they're soft talking. Just stop it. Stop, sir, just stop. Please put the pen down. We just want to talk to you. Plus their size, I think that played a factor into why this guy decided to make things go kinetic.
We just want to talk to you, okay? Just relax.
Don't tense up. Come on.
Relax.
Put the phone down.
I didn't do nothing.
Relax.
I didn't fucking do nothing.
Okay, relax. We just want to talk to you.
What?
Stop. Stop. Just relax.
I didn't fucking do anything, dude.
Hey.
Dog.
Hey. Do you want to get fucking tased?
Wait, my dog.
This is not the point to be asking someone if they want to get tased. This is the point where you say taser, 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 and you deploy taser. He's already made this decision to resist and fight. Don't be wasting time. She had the perfect opportunity to fire taser close proximity into his back and then do follow-up drive stun into his leg to complete the circuit and achieve NMI.
Do you want to? Hey. Hey.
Even still now, good opportunity.
You're gonna get tased.
Taser.
Now, because, let's back this up.
Hey.
You're gonna get tased.
Now, because he was so close and she fired taser, those probes are too close. Just the same as they would have been too close if she did it right there when he was on the ground or standing. The probes would have been too close to achieve NMI, but the closer that she was to him meant that she would be able to take the gun and ram it into a lower part of his body to complete that circuit. Now that he is up and starting to move away and the probes go into him, she's well out of arm's range of this guy. She's going to have to close the distance while he is turned towards her to try and touch him with the lower portion of the taser to complete that circuit. She could fire another cartridge at this point, but she lost out on that opportunity, in my opinion, to pop him in the back, close proximity, and do follow-up drive stun while he was still on the ground. That would have, I think if she had done that, that would have achieved NMI, and he never would have had the opportunity to attack this woman back here. So you can see one of those taser barbs just dangling.
Get on the fucking ground! Do you want me to chase you down?
So he's got her in a headlock. It's hard to see because they put the blur box over it. But this would have been also another perfect opportunity to just take the taser gun and ram it straight into his face. So generally speaking, it's not recommended to utilize the taser in the head, facial area, or the groin area, unless you would be authorized to use deadly physical force. In this instance, I think that they would have a justification to use deadly physical force. He is choking her. He has his arm around her neck, and he is choking her. Now, when done correctly, when you do a bilateral carotid restraint, and you do it correctly, you can render a person unconscious, and it be perfectly safe. However, because a lot of people have not done it right in the past, people have died from chokeholds because they got the forearm across the front of the neck and crushed the larynx area. I highly doubt that he was applying a proper bilateral carotid restraint. So it could have been justified to use deadly physical force on this guy. If they would have been justified in shooting him with a live gun, then they would be justified taking that taser and ramming it straight into his face and letting it cycle to make him let go of her. So I think that would have been a justifiable use of force right there. Instead, this one officer delivers multiple strikes to his face with his fist. That's still acceptable. Not the greatest in comparison to just ramming the taser straight into his face, but still justifiable. So that obviously made him release his hold on her.
Go inside!
Get the fuck up, man! Get the fuck up, man!
Now these Taser 7s have more than one shot capability. I don't know for sure how many shots have been fired out of their tasers. They say he's been tased 4 times, so it's possible with that taser over there laying on the ground and this taser laying on the ground that they fired all 4 cartridges that was in them. If not, then again, another close firing into his body and then finding another point further away to drive the gun into to complete the circuit and achieve NMI. I think that part of the training for Taser is really lost on a lot of people. I just do not think that with the regular user Taser classes that there's enough scenarios being done to where this is taught as a viable option. It's covered in the curriculum, but between all the other stuff in the curriculum, I think that it's kind of lost on a lot of people because there's probably not a whole lot of repetitions being done as far as scenarios go. People being put through the scenario a few times, firing the training cartridges, and getting a hang for, so to speak, performing this type of maneuver.
Stop fucking kicking! Let go of him! Let go of him!
So at first there was a male officer and like 2 female officers, I think.
You tased him 4 times!
And then now you see another male officer coming in and getting hands-on.
Let go of it! Let go of it now!
Hey! Let go! Stop resisting!
Hey, let go!
So they go to the baton to attempt to deliver strikes to gain compliance over him. If the pain of a taser was not enough to gain compliance over this guy, I don't think hitting him in the legs with batons is going to make him comply. I think from a pain perspective, a 5-second cycle from a taser is more painful than 1 strike from a baton. And they're not able to get really good full swings either. So
Release your hand! Release! Release your hand! Grab his hand!
I just don't think the batons were being that effective. I think that what could have been done is this other officer who did mention taser should have just went ahead and did the taser. Come up here, shoot him in the back with the taser, take the gun, and drive it right down here into the ankle or the calf of the leg. That would have locked him up without a doubt.
Let go! Give us your fucking hands!
Take me again, you stupid motherfucker!
I like her.
Get your fucking hand out!
I got it. I got it. Get one from
Stop fighting!
Grab the double.
And another downside to one of these batons is once it's open, you have to smash it on the ground to get it to close. If she had a correct style of baton holder, she could have just inserted the baton into the holder, and the holder would have a hole in the bottom to allow the fully extended baton to go through. That way it could be holstered and retained. But I think that because she got this baton out, she spent a little too much time hanging on to it instead of going hands-on with this guy and restraining him down to the ground.
The adult male suspect.
So yeah, tasers. I think the taser, if used correctly, I think would have been sufficient. He does not have thick clothing on. He has very thin clothing on. If they would have been able to get the correct probe hits, they would have been able to achieve NMI, neuromuscular incapacitation. But I just think that overall, they probably did not have that great a taser training for the user in course. Probably only fired a very minimal amount of cartridges because the cartridges are expensive, and that is one of the contributing factors, I believe, to bad taser training. It's just so expensive for agencies to afford the cartridges that they can't put on good training. Or they'll blow a huge budget trying to do the proper amount of scenarios. A student should have no less than 5 scenarios of taser training to go through. It's best if they could have about 10 scenarios to go through. So when I went through taser instructor school, we had, I think each student had probably like damn near 10 scenarios to go through, and those were utilizing the blue cartridges, the training ones that don't conduct, and then also shooting at targets with live cartridges. That is optimal. That level of training should be for the user in the course, but it's too damn expensive. So this class was being put on by master instructors from Taser. So they brought the big pizza boxes of Taser cartridges, and it's literally like a big ass cardboard box, like the size of a extra large pizza box, and you open it up and it's all kinds of Taser cartridges in there. And they had stacks of those damn things. Agencies can't afford to go through that many cartridges for training. Some agencies are lucky enough to get 1 or 2 pizza boxes of cartridges just to maintain for reserves whenever they do use their cartridges on people and be able to replace them. You can't have agencies just generally cannot afford a stack of Taser cartridge boxes to go through just for training purposes. So Taser, I think, is shooting their own self in the foot with making these claims that Taser is so great, but then not being able to deliver on that by providing proper training or being able to deliver the conditions for proper training to be had. The cartridges are just so damn expensive, and I think that's probably why they've been trying to embrace this virtual reality training thing where you put on the headset and you do the Taser training on it. Obviously, you could have an endless supply of cartridges with the little virtual headset thing to train on, and be obviously more cost friendly. But at the end of the day, Taser just needs to come down on their prices for cartridges. But they won't, because they're so used to getting all that grant money from these agencies. Agencies get a grant money from Homeland Security, Department of Justice, or they just have a large enough budget. They buy a bunch of stuff from Taser, and Taser likes that. Taser don't like individual people. They don't like constables or small one-man departments or small security teams. They don't give a shit about them. They only care about agencies with large budgets, and particularly agencies with grants to just blow money and spend on stuff. That's who they really like, because that's where they get a lot of their money from, is from agencies spending grant money. Alright, not much else to talk about in this video. If you like what you hear and see, go ahead and give me a like and a share. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more Monday quarterback videos. Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching.